200 Maine lobsters, American caviar, Napa Valley Chardonnay. Cheeses from Oregon. And it's described as being a very lavish state dinner. And they were having it at the Glass Pavilion on the South Lawn of the White House. Now, just hold up. Let me keep that out there and think about that for a minute. Because here's the headline from Washington Post from 2 days ago. It was called Salted Ants, Ground Crickets, and Why You Should Try Edible Insects. They're encouraging you to eat bugs. People are unable to purchase, actual good produce, fresh vegetables, fruits, because it's so expensive. And here you have the President of the United States, whose policies contributed to this. You have the President of the United States who's sitting there dining on lobster. And caviar. You have France's leader, who's all in it with him, all in it with him. Good heavens. This is something else. I just couldn't, the optics are so bad. Normally, didn't Democrats at least used to care a little bit about optics? Just a little bitty bit. Because now it's like, who cares? We'll do whatever we want. It's just the worst time to do something like this. And then to have a press conference where you're bragging to the press about, I don't care if it's American cheeses. Most people can't even, they're getting government cheese. Come on. It's insane. And the optics are so bad. And what they've been doing, by the way, to the actual lobster industry is pretty unbelievable. How many jobs have they cost, has his policies cost? Just in Maine alone, I was looking at some of the numbers. Thousands. And just it's a real slap in the face. Now, they said, NBC said, there's some controversy. The regulations are that he's pushing, that he introduced, are strangling the industry. He can't even meet with the lobstermen in Maine. And by the way, one of the people that was going at him over this was a Democrat from Maine. Jared Golden. He's a representative from the state of Maine. And he was infuriated. They can purchase 200 Maine lobsters for their fancy dinner. But POTUS can't take the time to meet with Maine lobstermen that his administration is currently regulating out of business. The regulations that the Biden administration have introduced have been called an existential threat to one of the state's biggest industries. And it's bad. Whole Foods said that they're going to stop selling. This was a headline that we had earlier this week. They're stopping selling Maine lobster because two consumer-focused environmental watchdogs downgraded the fisheries rating. The Maine lobstermen, they've always prided themselves on sustainability. This is something that their reps have said. And, this is thousands of jobs here. There's been no recorded whale deaths at all whatsoever due to Maine lobster gear. And in fact, the last recorded entanglement that a whale had or any large fish had with fishing lines was 18 years ago. And there are lobstermen who say that they've been out in Maine's waters every single day for 40 years, and they haven't even seen a whale. So it's all of this environmental stuff. So he's gonna destroy this industry. He's gonna regulate it out of existence. 200 lobsters. Oh, by the way, before they had their state dinner, Macron and Biden and their wives, they ate at, I'm gonna pull this up. It's a very nice Italian restaurant, Fiola Mare, and they had their entrees are about anywhere between $100 and $150, and they had all kinds of very nice. I saw they had some nice desserts as well. Had a very nice dinner, and then they had their big state dinner. So here, the optics, after trying to regulate the lobstermen out of existence. They have 200 Maine lobsters. And at a time when people can't afford fresh produce, and while they're being told to eat bugs by different media outlets. I don't have any words. This is nuts. It's nuts. I don't know how else to describe this.